You know what's wild? How even some of the smartest Western historians, people who can recite the rise and fall of every empire, still don't understand the Middle East. Shalom, I'm Igal, your host, and welcome back to Middle East in less than 5 minutes. Today, I want to talk about something that's been bothering me ever since I listened to historian Thomas Small on the Triggernometry podcast. The man knows history, but he doesn't understand the region. If you haven't heard the first part of the story, check out the previous episode. Now, let's pick up where we left off. The false equivalence. Thomas says both Israel and Palestinians are radicalized, that neither side recognizes the other's right to exist. Seriously? In 2 years of war, Israel has seen protests calling for peace, families begging for hostages to come home, and politicians openly talking about coexistence. Meanwhile, Hamas charter still calls for Israel's total destruction. Not metaphorically, literally. Israel doesn't teach kids to hate Arabs. Hamas teaches there to stop Jews. So no, this isn't two sides refusing peace. This is one democracy trying to survive and one terror group trying to destroy it. Calling that balanced isn't nuance, it's moral blindness. The idea of failure myth. Then comes the next claim, that Israel has somehow failed to eliminate Hamas after 2 years. As if the IDF has been fighting freely without limits, without pressure. Let's be honest, Israel fights under the brightest, harshest spotlight on earth. Every operation is dissected, every rumor becomes a headline, and global media, parroting Al Jazeera, the Muslim Brotherhood's mouthpiece, spins every Israeli move into a scandal. And that's not even counting Washington. The Biden-Harris administration has tied Israel's hands for months, blocking weapons shipments, pushing premature ceasefires, micromanaging a war from afar. Imagine fighting a terror army that hides in hospitals while your allies tell you how to aim. That's not failure, that's restraint. And the world still calls it brutality. The Syria spin. Thomas also says Israel doesn't really want peace with Syria. That one made me laugh. This is the same Israel that made peace with Egypt, with Jordan, and signed the Abraham Accords. And in Syria's case, Israel was the only country who protected the Druze community from being wiped out. When Hamas attacked on October 7, Israel's first instinct wasn't revenge, it was defense, it was life. So to twist that into Israel doesn't want peace, that's not analysis, that's bias. For too many Western academics, blaming Israel has become a habit. It's easier than facing the uncomfortable truth that not every culture sees peace the same way. The convenient amnesia. And then came the moment that made me stop the podcast. Thomas talked about Israel's illegal occupation of the West Bank. Let's rewind. From 1948 to 1967, Jordan occupied that same land, illegally, and the world said nothing. The term West Bank itself was political, meant to erase the name Judea and Samaria, the cradle of Jewish history. Just like the Romans did 2,000 years ago, renaming Judea Palestina after crushing a Jewish revolt, trying to erase the Jewish people from their own land. That same territory today, it's disputed, not illegally occupied. And here's another fact Thomas left out. Over 70% of the original British mandate for Palestine was already given to Arabs. It became Transjordan, or now Jordan. Israel accepted just 55% of what was left, knowing full well it would have to fight for every inch. That's not colonialism, that's survival. Thomas Small is a historian who knows the dates, but not the people. He speaks of balance but ignores context. He looks at the Middle East through a Western lens, where every war has to have two equal sides. But here, it's not equal. One side wants peace, the other wants annihilation. And when historians blur that difference, they don't sound objective, they sound blind. That's Middle East in less than 5 minutes. I'm Igal, your host. Thanks for listening, and until next time, Shalom.